The feud between 50 Cent and Ja Rule is one of the most notorious, long-lasting rivalries in the rap world, and it all began with what seemed like a minor street incident. But what started as a personal beef between two artists quickly escalated into a public war that would define their careers and reshape the hip-hop landscape forever. Today, we're taking a deep dive into this legendary feud, examining how it began, the diss tracks, the infamous stunts, and its lasting impact on both rappers' lives and careers. Before we dive in, if you're a fan of celebrity drama and the stories behind the headlines, make sure to hit that subscribe button for Timelines Unlocked. We cover all the biggest moments in celebrity timelines, everything from feuds to career milestones, to the rise and fall of some of the world's biggest stars. Don't forget to like, comment, and let us know which story you want us to unlock next. It all started in the late 1990s in Queens, New York. Ja Rule, who was gaining popularity with his unique blend of hardcore rap and R&B hooks, was on the rise. But around this time, 50 Cent, a relatively unknown rapper trying to make a name for himself, took issue with Ja Rule's growing reputation. According to 50 Cent, their feud began after a street incident where Ja Rule was robbed. While Ja wasn't directly involved in the altercation, 50 claimed that Ja started acting tough afterward, playing up a gangster persona that didn't sit right with him. This initial encounter planted the seeds of tension between the two. For Ja Rule, this was personal. He was coming into his own as one of the hottest rappers in the game, known for hits like Holla Holla and Put It On Me. His ability to create radio-friendly hits while maintaining street credibility was working in his favor, and he was rapidly rising in the hip-hop hierarchy. But 50 Cent saw Ja Rule differently. He saw a rapper whose image didn't align with his actions and was determined to expose Ja Rule as fake. Things quickly escalated from a personal grudge to a public beef. 50 Cent began openly criticizing Ja Rule in interviews, calling him out for being too soft and accusing him of singing love songs rather than sticking to the gritty rap that the streets respected. This was a direct attack on Ja Rule's artistry, questioning his credibility in a genre where authenticity is everything. 50's disdain for Ja wasn't just about the music, though. It was about image, respect, and who deserved to represent the streets of New York. The feud soon moved from words to music, with both artists using their songs as weapons. 50 Cent was relentless, releasing the scathing diss track, Back Down, on his debut album Get Rich or Die Tryin' in 2003. The song wasn't just an attack, it was a full-on assault on Ja Rule's career and character. In the track, 50 mocked Ja's street credibility, his voice, and even his association with Murder Inc., the record label Ja Rule was signed to. With lines like, "You a Pop-Tart sweetheart, you soft in the middle," 50 painted Ja Rule as a rapper more concerned with making radio-friendly love songs than representing the harsh realities of the streets. Ja Rule wasn't going to take this lying down. He fired back with diss tracks of his own, most notably, Clap Back, from his album Blood in My Eye in 2003. In Clap Back, Ja directly addressed 50 Cent's criticisms, challenging him to a lyrical showdown and warning that he wasn't someone to mess with. While Ja Rule's retaliation was solid, it didn't have the same cultural impact as 50's diss tracks, which were being championed by not only fans but also some of the biggest names in the industry, including Eminem and Dr. Dre, who backed 50. This wasn't just a battle between two rappers anymore, it became a war between two camps. On one side, you had Ja Rule and Murder Inc., and on the other, 50 Cent with the full support of Eminem and Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment. The power dynamics shifted in 50 Cent's favor, and the feud became a defining moment in early 2000s hip-hop. The cultural tide was turning, and Ja Rule, once a dominant force in the genre, was beginning to feel the effects of 50 Cent's relentless attacks. But the feud wasn't just fought through diss tracks, it spilled into the real world in ways that were both dramatic and petty. One of the most infamous moments in the feud came when 50 Cent reportedly bought 200 front-row tickets to a Ja Rule concert, only to leave them empty. The sight of Ja Rule performing to rows of empty seats was a public humiliation that quickly went viral, becoming a symbol of just how far 50 Cent was willing to go to get under Ja Rule's skin. This stunt was as petty as it was effective, and it only fueled the narrative that 50 was winning the feud, both in the studio and in the streets. As the feud dragged on, Ja Rule's career began to suffer. His albums weren't performing as well commercially, and his reputation took a significant hit. While Ja Rule had been known for blending hardcore rap with melodic hooks, 50 Cent's criticism of him being soft started to stick. By the mid-2000s, Ja Rule found himself struggling to reclaim his position at the top of the rap game, as the feud had overshadowed his music. In contrast, 50 Cent's career skyrocketed. His debut album Get Rich or Die Tryin' was a massive success, selling millions of copies and solidifying his place as one of the biggest rappers in the world. His tough, no-nonsense persona resonated with fans, and he became a symbol of authenticity in the rap world. In the years that followed, the feud between Ja Rule and 50 Cent cooled down, but the damage had been done. Ja Rule's dominance in the early 2000s was never fully restored, while 50 Cent continued to evolve, not just as a rapper, but as a businessman and entertainment mogul. From his music career to his ventures in television and film, 50 Cent expanded his empire while Ja Rule struggled to recover his former glory. But the story doesn't end there. In recent years, Ja Rule has attempted to downplay the feud, suggesting that it's in the past and that both artists have moved on. 50 Cent, however, has kept the rivalry alive in interviews and social media posts, often reigniting the beef with comments or jabs aimed at Ja Rule. Even after decades, the tension between these two remains a topic of conversation in hip-hop, and it's a reminder of how deeply rooted and personal this feud really was. So what can we learn from this infamous feud? For one, it shows just how much reputation and authenticity matter in the world of hip-hop. 50 Cent's attacks weren't just about music, they were about challenging Ja Rule's credibility as an artist. And in the end, the perception that 50 was more real than Ja Rule played a significant role in the outcome of their rivalry. The feud also highlighted the lengths that artists will go to in order to protect their image, with both 50 Cent and Ja Rule pulling out all the stops to come out on top. To find more stories like this one, from celebrity feuds to rise and fall tales, be sure to check out the rest of our content on Timelines Unlocked. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let us know in the comments which legendary rivalry you'd like us to cover next. There's always more drama to unlock, and we've got plenty of stories to keep you entertained. Thanks for watching.